Hi, my name is Jack Brinzer. This study is the safety and pharmacokinetics and effects of LGD 4033, a novel nonsteroidal oral selective androgen receptor modulator in healthy young men. So in this study, they're going to be studying the effects of a SARM, stands for selective androgen receptor modulator. The SARM is called LGD 4033. LGD 4033, otherwise known as ligandrol, is considered the strongest androgen receptor modulator in terms of anabolic capabilities. So in terms of building muscle mass, lean body mass, it's really strong in that sense. And people use, or the SARMs are developed mainly to get similar results that testosterone and growth hormone type of things, how they promote muscle growth. The aim was to get those same results without the adverse effects that those strong hormones cause to the body. So originally these things were developed to combat muscle wasting and osteoporosis related with age, because things like testosterone injections would have bad effects on the prostate, and they'd make cancer for prostate bad. So they hypothesized that LGD 4033 would increase muscle mass by stimulating the fractional synthesis rate of mixed muscle proteins. It was measured by using continuous steady-state infusion of labeled penthylamine, I hope I pronounced that correctly, in men. Their purpose statement was concerns about potential adverse effects on testosterone and the prostate have motivated the development of selective androgen receptor modulators to develop tissue selective activation and androgen signaling. The methods that they used in this, so they had 21 50-year-old men. There are 76 of them. The BMIs had to be between 18 and 32 kilograms. And so what they measured in this were blood count, chemistries, the lipid levels, again, prostate-specific antigens, because those are the main bad things that get affected with testosterone that also is used to combat muscle wasting. So that's something they measured. These electrocardiogram, try to monitor the heart. And they measured the hormone levels and lean fat mass and muscle strength. The subjects were randomized and given oral and placebos of 0.1, 0.3, and 1.0 milligrams of LGD 4033 daily for 21 days. The effects were measured over 21 days. They took blood sample tests. They took 2 muscle biopsies. They measured lean body mass with dual energy X-ray optometry. And they used the Hologic 4500. They used that to measure lean body mass. Strength, they measured the leg press. They tried to get the 1 rep max, and they gave participants a good warm-up of 5 to 10 repetitions, 40 to 60% of their 1 rep. And they gradually went up until then no further load could be lifted. So they did that over the 21-day. They did that at the beginning and the end of the 21-day test. They tested the physical function, and by that it was mainly speed. So they used stair climbing as their test method. They saw how fast one could ascend 12 steps, and they measured that over the course of the 21 days. So they measured that throughout, and they did see a increase, as you'll see later here. Testosterone levels were also measured, and that was using liquid cryomatography. And I'm sure they also measured that in the blood tests. I guess that was the specific way of testing testosterone levels. The results of the 21-day test, lean body mass, you'll see in graph A, the upper right-hand corner, it went up because both groups, they were exercising throughout this. So this is with exercise. Everyone increased, but 0.1 had almost a double increase as the placebo. 0.3 had like about a 4 times increase, but the ratio, the amount was not very much in comparison to the placebo. But they specifically stated that the 1 milligram dosage had a significant increase in total lean body muscle mass. In graph B, in the middle, you'll see the fat mass. LGD, they also wanted to see what the effects were on fat as well, because this could also be used to keep one healthier, keep the fat off. But they didn't really see much of a difference. There was not really a significant change from people who used up to the 1 milligram of LGD compared to the placebo. So in graph C, you'll see, I guess you can't see it through my head, but you can see the top part of the graph on the right bar. That's the 1.0 milligram of LGD, and that would be the strength. So there wasn't that much of a significant gain, but there was a noticeable difference in the strength, which would make sense because the muscle grows as well compared to the placebo. So there wasn't as much of an effect with the lower ranges of 0.1 and 0.3 milligrams, but 1.0 had a good effect on the strength. You'll see here the results in terms of the blood and testosterone levels. They had, sorry, I need to get my timer out here. The blood levels, they had a decrease in testosterone levels overall in the 1 milligram dose only. There was a slight decrease in the lower dosages. The main noticeable difference was in the 1 milligram range. There was not a significant change in LDL cholesterol, low density lipase cholesterol, which is the bad one. So that didn't really matter, but HDL decreased, which is not good because you want a little bit more HDL in the body, but it decreased those levels in the dosages that were more than 0.3 milligrams. There was also a decrease in triglycerides of all doses, and there was a decrease in follicle stimulating hormone at the 1 milligram dose only. So where you saw that strength and muscle gain, that was at that 1 milligram dosage. You also had a decrease in follicle stimulating hormone and testosterone. But after the 21 days, all participants were monitored up until day 56, and they saw that all blood and hormone, all levels came back to normal. So let's see here. So after everything in the discussions section, they noted that LGD was concluded to be safe and effective for an increase in lean body mass and decreasing fat tissue. My timer real quick. They also saw an improved physical performance, but there was a clear suppression of testosterone, which was a problem. And that can have long-term effects if you're on the supplement for more than too long. But it could be used to stimulate muscle growth in the short term. They also saw that the prostate-specific antigen did not get affected significantly, which is a really good thing compared again to testosterone supplementation, where it adversely affects your prostate and can lead to prostate cancer. LGD is currently being studied by Viking Therapeutics instead of Ligand Pharmaceuticals. That happened a few years ago, so they are continuing their trials with this, but recently it did become illegal for humans to consume this, so it is generally only available for research. There is more trials to be expected, and the researchers did note at the end here that the results from the 21-day period greatly improved the subject's muscle and strength gains, but they did recommend that an extended 8 to 12 week study was optimal. They wanted to do that. Okay, so they said LGD was safe in the conclusion over the 21-day period. Side effects were minimal, and SARMs and LGD were a great potential for combating muscle and strength deficiencies. They said it would be great for elderly and great to combat muscle wasting and help to immobilize patients for bedridden recovery. Really be good for those types of people. So overall, it was a good thing, but they need to further research this, but it does have promising results.